still believes in fairy tales, still chasing smiles like they mean something, still thinking love has got a heartbeat in this god-forsaken world. Q, you saw her, didn't you? That smile. Wide, soft, innocent. You thought it was a doorway. Turns out, it was a trap. She smiled at you like you mattered, and just like that, you were hooked. Pathetic. You saw comfort in her eyes. You saw safety in her arms. You thought maybe, just maybe, someone finally saw the chaos inside you and didn't run. You thought she understood. But let me tell you something. She didn't understand you. She studied you. Watched the cracks in your armor like a scientist observing a lab rat. Smiled every time she found a weakness. Every time you gave a little more. Every time your voice softened, your walls dropped. Your mind whispered, maybe this is real. That was the moment she won. Because the second you trust that smile, you're already dead. I used to think love was the answer, a little light in all this darkness. But love's a joke, and the punchline, her smile. She didn't destroy me with rage. She didn't need to. She just smiled, while I burned everything for her, while I became everything she said she needed, while I watched my world shrink until only she was in it. That's how it always starts, not with violence, not with pain, with a smile, the kind that tells you you're safe now, the kind that whispers you can let go, and you do. You drop your shield, you expose the bruises, you open the locked doors, you hand her the keys to the most broken parts of you, and then she leaves. But she doesn't just leave. No. She leaves in silence, with a smile that says, thanks for the damage. You think I'm bitter? You think I'm angry? No, I'm awake. See, the world doesn't burn because of monsters. It burns because of the people who smile like angels and leave like devils. People like her. She wasn't chaos. She was control, calculated, deliberate, surgical with her sweetness. She didn't scream. She didn't hit. She didn't even lie. She just smiled. And that smile was the slow poison in my veins. Not enough to kill me all at once. Just enough to make me question everything every day until nothing was real anymore. I used to laugh for real. I used to hope. I used to care. But now I watch smiles the way a soldier watches landmines. Because here's the ugly truth. Every time she smiled, something inside me died. The day she said she loved me, she smiled. The day she said goodbye, same smile. Like none of it mattered. Like I was just a phase, a chapter, a temporary convenience with a pulse. And I let it happen because I believed her, because I wanted to, because that smile promised things I'd never had. And the joke is, I knew better. I knew better. But hope is a disease. And she was the syringe. You want to know the worst part? It wasn't losing her. It was realizing she never lost me. Because I never mattered to begin with. I was just a mirror for her loneliness. A distraction. Something to fix. Something to feel good about and till it got too real. And when it did, when the chaos peeked through, she smiled and left. Let me ask you something. You ever seen someone smile at your pain? Not directly. They won't be that obvious, but you'll feel it. They'll say things like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," or "You're just too much for me right now." And then they'll twist their lips, curl the corners, and flash that same goddamn smile. Like they're the victim. Like you hurt them. That's not love. That's manipulation dressed in perfume. And when you wake up, if you ever wake up, you'll stop chasing smiles altogether. You'll stop hoping people mean what they say. You'll stop believing anyone can see you without wanting something in return. I don't hate her. I don't want a revenge. That would mean I still feel something. No, I learned the game. And now I play it better. She taught me how to hide in plain sight, how to wear a smile of my own, how to give people exactly what they want, until they give me what I need. I used to build bridges. Now I build fires. I used to beg to be seen. Now I disappear before they blink. I used to trust her smile. Now I know it for what it is. A weapon. Don't get it twisted. Not all smiles are fake. Some of them mean well. Some of them are real. But I'll never know which ones. And that's the point. So I don't trust any of them. Not anymore. They call me crazy. They say I'm broken. Good. Let them, because madness is honesty. In a world built on pretty lies and perfect smiles. So, go ahead. Keep chasing that smile. Keep dreaming of safety, of love, of someone who will finally understand. Just don't say, "I didn't warn you." Because when it all falls apart, when the laughter turns into screams, when the smile turns into silence, you'll remember this voice, this warning, and you'll finally understand the truth I've bled to learn. Never trust her smile. You ever notice how they never ask how you're really doing until they feel you slipping? That's when the smile comes back. Sweet, innocent, weaponized. She didn't need chains, didn't need force, just that carefully timed smile, like a leash wrapped in velvet. Every time I tried to walk away, she'd smile, and suddenly the pain didn't matter. The lies didn't matter. The bruises inside my head didn't matter. That smile said, "Don't go. I still need you." But what she meant was, I still need your loyalty, your devotion, your destruction. Because here's the thing, she never loved me. She loved the power I gave her, loved knowing that with one smile, she could silence the storm inside me. And that power, it's addictive, not to me, to her. See, when you're broken, people either leave or they play God. She chose the second. She wanted to fix me, shape me, control me. And when I bled for her, when I shattered every part of myself to fit into her perfect little mold, she smiled, like she'd won something. She smiled when I apologized for things I didn't do. Smiled when I begged for forgiveness for feelings I wasn't allowed to have. Smiled when I stayed quiet, just to keep the peace. I thought I was keeping her. Turns out, I was just keeping her entertained. That's what I was. she could touch without getting dirty. And when I finally stopped being fun, when I stopped breaking in the way she liked, she smiled one last time. Cold, detached, done. You ever seen someone smile like you never existed? That's the kind of smile you don't forget. It stays with you, sleeps in your bones, echoes in every laugh you hear afterward. You start to question every smile. You start to wonder, was any of it real? And that's the genius of it. She didn't have to hurt me directly. She just made me hurt myself. Every time I opened up, trusted, loved, it was a setup. And she was just watching, taking notes, enjoying the show. You see, she didn't want love. She wanted control. She wanted worship. And when I finally stopped kneeling, she walked. No warning, no guilt. Just that same damn smile. And you know what? I don't even hate her for it anymore. Because hate still means she matters. But now, she's just a ghost with a pretty grin. A chapter written in red ink. A lesson dressed in perfume. A warning etched into my spine. Never trust the smile that appears when you're at your weakest. Because that smile isn't love. It's a countdown. It's a goodbye in disguise. A funeral with lipstick. She smiled while I crumbled. She smiled while I broke. She smiled while I begged her to stay. And every time she smiled, a little piece of me died. So now I smile too. But not like her. Mine isn't warm. It's not welcoming. Mine says, I've seen hell, and I brought souvenirs. Mine says you can't hurt what's already gone, because now I wear a mask too. Now I smile when I lie. Now I smile when I leave. Now I smile when they beg me to stay. She taught me that. She showed me how. And the punchline, she never even knew what she created. So tell me, have you ever trusted a smile that broke you? Drop it in the comments. Let's see how many of us were fooled by the same lie.